Imagine stepping into a world where the rules of the game are constantly shifting beneath your feet. That's the reality Mark Pope, the head coach of the Kentucky Wildcats, is navigating in the ever-evolving landscape of college basketball. But here's where it gets controversial. Pope isn't just surviving, he's thriving, and he's loving every minute of it. Let's dive in and see why he thinks being a coach in today's college basketball scene is the coolest thing ever. The game has changed dramatically since Pope's playing days at Kentucky. Name, image, and likeness, NIL deals, revenue sharing, and a host of other factors have transformed the collegiate athletic experience. But Pope isn't shying away from these challenges. In fact, he's embracing them with open arms. To be a coach in college basketball right now and have the opportunity to navigate this insanity is actually the coolest thing ever. Pope shared with Matt Norlander in a recent interview. It's incredibly challenging. I don't think there's ever been a better time to be a coach. Pope's enthusiasm is infectious, and it's clear he's not just saying these things for show. He's genuinely excited about the opportunities and challenges that come with coaching in today's college basketball environment. And this is the part most people miss. It's not just about the wins and losses. It's about the journey and the growth that comes with adapting to a constantly changing landscape. During his chat with Norlander, Pope also touched on some exciting developments for the Wildcats. He's eagerly anticipating the arrival of Croatian forward Andrija Jelavic, who is expected to join the team ahead of the fall semester. We're hoping to get him on campus by the end of this week, Pope said. We have high hopes for him. Jelavic, a 6'11" forward, wore no. 4 last year for KK Mega Superbet in the Adriatic League, where he averaged impressive stats, 11 points, 7.4 rebounds, 1.5 assists, and 1.0 steals per game. His addition to the team is sure to bring a new dynamic to the court. But Pope's vision for the future of college basketball doesn't stop at roster additions. He's also got some bold ideas about the structure of the season. Although the NCAA recently voted against expanding the NCAA tournament, Pope is hopeful that a 40-game regular season could be on the horizon. 1, our guys do better academically during the season than they do out of the season, he explained. 2, when our guys go on to the NBA, they've played a 31-game season. This was my experience. When I got to the All-Star break my first year in the league, I felt like I played 2 seasons already, and I still had 60 games left to play. So I'm not sure it's a great prep for the NBA. And this is where things get really interesting. Pope also has some thoughts on the transfer portal, a hot-button issue in college sports. He believes the timing of the portal window could use some tweaks. If I could change it, I would probably move it to the day after the national championship game and make it a really tight window. Make it a 5-day window, he suggested. That way, everyone's had time to evaluate. Everyone's had time to see. And just make it a shorter window so we could get through the process. But here's the catch. Pope acknowledges that there's no perfect solution. The process is already crazy fast. But I say that also acknowledging that answer, moving the window, raises a lot of issues too. There's no perfect answer. The main thing should still be the main thing. And the main thing is giving these kids an unfettered opportunity to go be a champion. Looking back at his first season at Kentucky, Pope reflected on the highs and lows. The toughest loss, he said, was an 85-65 setback to Ohio State 4 days before Christmas at Madison Square Garden. The Ohio State loss was so painful because it was in Madison Square Garden. It was probably our poorest performance of the season. Credit to them, he recalled. But that building, to rub it in, that building is probably the second most special building to me in the world. The fact that we performed so poorly in that building, in that city, was really hard. But it wasn't all doom and gloom. The team's 8 wins against top 15 opponents last season, including a 77-72 victory over Duke in November, were significant milestones. For my guys to get a chance to go prove that they were not just mid-major super senior guys, but that they were legitimately here to become a part of this incredible Kentucky legacy of these great teams throughout the generations, I think that was really important. Pope said, I think that was really important. So what do you think? Is Pope onto something with his bold ideas for the future of college basketball? Or are these changes too risky? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's spark a conversation and see where the debate takes us.